There is a specific vibration in the air right now, a frequency that only a select few can perceive. If you are listening to this, it is because your spirit has already picked up on the signal. You have felt it, haven't you? A subtle restlessness, an unnameable agitation in the depths of your soul. It is not anxiety, and it is not fear. It is a spiritual alert system. The atmosphere around you has shifted. The quiet that once enveloped your life is being shattered by a divine intervention. You are sensing this because a monumental goodbye is on the horizon. A great departure is imminent, chosen one, but do not be afraid. This message is your confirmation. You have been looking for answers, wondering why you feel a sudden disconnect from people who were once close to you, wondering why you feel a heaviness when you look at certain photographs or think of certain names. The heavens have been active. The moment has arrived for hidden truths to come into the light. Before we go any further, I need you to understand that what is happening right now is not a punishment. It is a rescue mission. There is an energy of hidden envy that has been lingering around you, specifically targeting your image, your reputation, and your peace. The title of this message was not an accident. When we speak of envy touching your photo, we are speaking of a modern spiritual warfare where the eyes of others, eyes you once trusted, are now looking at you not with love, but with a consuming jealousy that seeks to drain your light. But the divine has decreed that this season is over. You are being summoned to pay attention because a separation is about to take place, one that will serve as a pivotal moment in your life's path. An individual who was once a significant part of your world is being guided away from you. I want you to take a deep breath and center yourself. We are going to go deep today. We are going to unravel the psychology of this envy, the spiritual mechanics of this departure, and exactly what you must do to protect your energy during this transition. If you have been feeling drained, confused, or suddenly isolated, you need to hear every word of this. The revelation I'm about to share regarding how envy operates through digital connections and memories will change the way you see your circle forever. But first, let us acknowledge the signs. You didn't just wake up one day feeling this. It was a gradual accumulation of red flags that you, with your comment, your kind heart likely ignored. Ecclesiastes teaches us that there is a season for everything, a time to hold on and a time to let go. But letting go is painful, especially when the person leaving is someone you loved with integrity, someone you trusted without question. You may have given your energy to them without limit. You may have been their rock, their counselor, their financial aid, or their emotional anchor, and now you are seeing the shift. The silences that stretch too long, the change in their gaze, the feeling that their presence is no longer a sanctuary, but a source of low-level anxiety. You reached for warmth and were met with a chilling distance. The universe whispered its warnings, but you dismissed them as a temporary storm. You rationalized their behavior. You told yourself they were just stressed or that you were imagining things. You shielded your eyes from the inevitable truth unfolding before you. Now that time of denial is over. The curtain is being pulled back. This person is making their exit. But what appears to be abandonment is, in reality, a divine deliverance. It is a door closing so that a much larger one can swing open. You see, the Most High has witnessed every sacrifice you made. He saw every instance you chose to stay when leaving was the easier path. He saw every time your love was not reciprocated. He saw the silent tears you shed when you realized that the effort was one-sided. And yet the divine answer has been delivered. This connection was never meant to be permanent. Some individuals enter our lives for a specific chapter, not the entire story. Their purpose is to teach, to shape, and to awaken something within us. Once their role is fulfilled, their departure is necessary. But why now? Why is this happening at this specific moment in your life? Because you are leveling up. The chosen one phenomenon is not about being better than others. It is about being selected for a specific purpose, a specific burden, and a specific light. As your light grows brighter, it exposes the shadows in others. This is where the hidden envy comes in. You might be thinking, who would be envious of me? I have struggled so much. But you must understand that envy is not about what you possess materially. It is about your essence. It is about the resilience of your spirit. It is about the way you bounce back after every hit. It is about the favor of God that rests on your life, which makes you shine even in the darkest valleys. There is someone in your periphery who has been watching this light with resentment. They may smile to your face, they may comment on your photos, they may even clap when you succeed, but their spirit is not in alignment with yours. When they look at your image, whether it is a physical photograph or your digital presence, they are projecting an energy of why them and not me. This is a heavy, sticky energy. It is the evil eye spoken of in ancient traditions, and in the modern world, it travels faster than ever. You have felt this heaviness. It manifests as sudden fatigue, a fog in your mind, or a string of bad luck that seems to have no cause. This is the energy of envy touching your life. But here is the good news, and this is the secret I promised to reveal. The reason this separation is happening now is that God is breaking that line of sight. He is removing this person from your orbit to cut the cord of that negative transmission. The Creator who knew you before you were formed understands the gravity of this event. This separation is intended to mold you, not to shatter you. While it may feel like a profound loss, the celestial perspective sees it as a liberation. You have traveled with heavy baggage for too long. A point comes when the journey forward demands that you travel with less weight, unburdened by connections that can no longer evolve with you. Let this understanding be your anchor. When individuals depart, God's presence remains constant. What He takes away, He replaces with a more profound peace, a deeper joy, and relationships that are a true reflection of His divine will. But you must participate in this release. You cannot cling to the leg of someone who is walking out the door. The pain you feel is undeniable, but it stems not from what God has taken, but from your own attempt to cling to what He has been gently asking you to release. Their decision to leave, or the circumstances forcing them away, was made in private. You were the last to be informed, not due to a lack of worth, but because of your tender heart. The universe knew you would try to fix it. You would try to talk them into staying. You would try to pour more love into a bucket with a hole in the bottom. So the decision was taken out of your hands. This is a critical moment for your spiritual hygiene. I want to invite you, right now, to make a commitment to yourself. If this message is resonating with you, if you feel the truth of these words in your chest, simply type, "I release and I receive" in the comments. Let this be your declaration that you are ready to let go of the old, to make space for the new. By interacting with this truth, You are signaling to the universe that you are awake and ready for the next chapter. Do not underestimate the power of declaring your intent. Now let's talk about the mechanics of this great departure. How does it usually happen for a chosen one? It rarely happens with a calm, rational conversation. Usually it involves a sudden betrayal, a shocking revelation, or a cold withdrawal. This shock is necessary. It is designed to be a clean break. If it were a slow fade, you would linger. If it were amicable, you might keep the door ajar. But God needs this door shut and locked. Why? Because where you are going, they cannot follow. Your frequency is rising. You are moving into a season of manifestation and harvest. If this person were to remain attached to you, their envy and their lower vibration would act as a parasitic drain on your new blessings. Think of a rocket ship launching into space. As it ascends, it must drop its heavy boosters. Those boosters were essential for the initial liftoff, just as this person may have been essential for a past season of your life. But if the rocket tries to hold onto them while leaving the atmosphere, it will crash. You are leaving the atmosphere of your old life. You are breaking through the ceiling of your past limitations. You cannot carry the dead weight of a relationship that has turned sour. This brings us to a very practical and painful reality, the digital connection. In this age, envy touching your photo is literal. We live in a time where access to your life is granted through screens. When this person leaves, or when you realize they must go, you must be vigilant about your digital boundaries. There is a spiritual concept known as monitoring spirits. These are energies that watch your progress not to celebrate it, but to catch you slipping. Often the person leaving you will transition from a friend to a watcher. They will silently stalk your stories, analyze your posts, and send negative thought forms your way. Here is a piece of advice that might save you years of spiritual drainage. Silence is your sanctuary. When this departure happens, do not broadcast your pain. Do not post vague quotes about betrayal. Do not try to prove to them that you are happy. Just go dark, retract your energy. The most powerful thing you can do is become a mystery. When you remove their access to your image, you stop the flow of that envious energy. You protect your photo from their gaze. This is not petty, this is protection. It is closing the spiritual portals that they have been using to drain you. I know this is hard. You want closure. You want to ask them why. You want to explain your side of the story. You want them to know how much they hurt you. But listen to me closely. Your closure will not be found in their words. They likely do not have the emotional maturity or the spiritual self-awareness to give you the truth. They might blame you. They might gaslight you. They might rewrite history to make themselves the victim. Do not pursue answers from the one who is walking away. Their departure is the answer. Their silence is the closure. The healing process begins now. And it requires you to be ruthless with your environment. Protect your emotional well-being by firmly but gently closing the doors to triggers. There are songs that will remind you of them. Skip them. There are places you used to go. Avoid them for a while. There are routines you shared. Change them. This is not about running away. It is about rewiring your brain. You are breaking a neuro-association. Every time you indulge in a memory of them, you are reopening the energetic wound. You must fill the emotional void left behind with purpose. This is where the magic happens. The void they left is not empty. It is a vacuum waiting to be filled. If you do not fill it with intention, it will fill with grief and longing. So you must take action. A single line of truth in a journal, a quiet walk in nature where you consciously connect with the earth, a moment in scripture or deep philosophical reading. These small acts are the building blocks of your restoration. You owe no one an explanation for your healing journey. If you need to decline invitations, do it. If you need to sleep more, do it. You are in a spiritual recovery ward. Treat yourself with the same gentleness you would treat a wounded child. Before we move to the final phase of this transformation, I want to address the concept of forgiveness. because it is often misunderstood. Forgiveness is not condoning their actions. It is not saying that what they did was okay. It is not an invitation for them to return. Forgiveness is the ultimate act of freedom for you. It is taking the knife out of your own heart. As long as you hold on to hate, resentment, or the desire for revenge, you are still tethered to them. You are keeping the energetic cord alive. When you forgive, you cut the cord. You say, I release you to your own karma. I release you to your own path. You no longer have power over my emotions. This is how you stop the envy from touching you. You become neutral. And now, a revelation that might shake you, but it is necessary. Sometimes the person leaving is not doing so out of malice, but because your light has become too blinding for their demons. There is a phenomenon where the demons in others will react to the Holy Spirit in you. They become agitated, they pick fights, they create chaos. The person might not even understand why they are acting this way. They just know they feel uncomfortable around you. This is spiritual repulsion. Light and darkness cannot occupy the same space without conflict. If you are growing in your spiritual walk and they are committed to their stagnation, the friction is inevitable. Their departure is simply the physics of the spirit world playing out. Like oil and water, you must separate. So what awaits you on the other side of this goodbye? This is what you need to focus on. Do not look at the closed door. Look at the hallway you are standing in. This is the holy pause. It is a transitional space. It might feel lonely at first. You might feel like you are floating in a void, but do not rush to fill this space with noise or new distractions or rebound relationships. Sit within it. Allow the discomfort to be your teacher and let God meet you in that stillness. It is not an empty void. It is a space pregnant with purpose, where clarity is born and strength is forged. In this silence, you will hear the voice of your intuition louder than ever before. You will begin to rediscover parts of yourself that you suppressed to fit into that relationship. You will find that your energy returns. You will sleep better. You will find that opportunities that were blocked suddenly start to flow. This is because the blockage has been removed. You are now aerodynamic. The universe can finally deliver what it has been holding in trust for you. There is a version of you waiting to be born, a version that is stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your divine mission. This version of you could not exist while you were carrying the dead weight of that past connection. You had to go through this breaking to become whole. You had to experience the betrayal to learn discernment. You had to feel the abandonment to learn that God is the only constant. As we prepare to close this message, I want to remind you of the power of your own mind. The enemy, whether it be spiritual forces or human envy, wants you to stay in a state of victimhood. They want you to replay the hurt over and over. Do not give them that satisfaction. Every time a thought of them enters your mind, visualize a stop sign. Visualize a sword cutting a cord. Pivot your attention immediately to something you are grateful for. This is active warfare. You are fighting for your peace, and you are winning. The one who created you will not allow your value to be diminished by another's inability to see it. This is not an ending. It is a new beginning. This goodbye is a rescue mission. The loving hand of the Almighty clearing away what has obscured your light. One day, and it will be sooner than you think, you will recognize this closed door as a blessing. You will look back at this moment, not with pain, but with gratitude. You will say, thank God they left, because look at where I am now. I want to encourage you to stay connected to this channel. We are building a community of chosen ones who are navigating these exact waters. If you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell. It is not just about numbers, it is about gathering the tribe. When you join us, you are surrounding yourself with people who speak your language, who understand the journey, and who can support you in the comments. You are not alone in this. Thousands of others are feeling this shift right now. Look at the comments. Read the stories of others. You will find that your story is shared, and in that sharing, there is healing. Now I want to pray for you. I want to seal this message with a covering of protection over your heart and your mind. I invite you to close your eyes, if it is safe to do so, and receive this prayer. Divine Creator, source of all light and truth, I bring before you the one listening to this message. You know their heart. You know the pain of the separation they are facing. You know the confusion, the hurt, and the questions that plague their mind. Lord, I ask for a supernatural peace to descend upon them right now. Quiet the storm in their soul. I pray for protection against every eye of envy, every tongue of judgment, and every hidden trap set by those who do not wish them well. I plead the blood of protection over their image, their name, and their spirit. Let any negative energy sent their way be returned to its source, neutralized and void of power. Father, give them the strength to let go. Give them the courage to release what is leaving. Help them to see this departure not as a rejection, but as a divine redirection. Heal the wounds of betrayal. Fill the empty spaces in their heart with your love, which never fails and never leaves. I declare that their best days are not behind them, but ahead of them. I declare that new doors are opening, doors of favor, doors of genuine connection, doors of purpose. Give them the wisdom to discern who belongs in their future and who belongs in their past. Grant them the grace to forgive so that they may be free. We seal this transition with faith. We trust in your timing. We trust in your plan. We thank you for the pruning, for we know it leads to a greater harvest. In the name of all that is holy, Amen. Take a moment to let that prayer settle in your spirit. Do not rush back into the noise of the world. You are currently under spiritual construction. Be patient with yourself. Before you go, I have a small challenge for you. In the next 24 hours, I want you to do one act of self-love that signifies your new beginning. It could be cleaning your physical space, buying yourself flowers, or simply sitting in silence for 10 minutes. Whatever it is, do it with the intention that you are honoring the new chapter. And if you feel led, share what you did in the comments to inspire others. We are learning from each other. Remember, the envy of others is just a confirmation of your power. If you weren't shining, they wouldn't be squinting. Keep shining. Keep walking. The path is clearing, and the view from the next level is going to be magnificent. You have sensed this change, haven't you? That subtle restlessness was your preparation. Now you know. The hidden is revealed. The energy that was trying to touch your photo has been blocked by your awareness, and by the hand of God. You are safe. You are guided. You are loved. As you move forward from this video, carry this truth like a shield. When the memories try to pull you back, remember the rocket ship you are launching. Do not look down. Do not look back. Eyes forward, chosen one. Your destiny is waiting. There is one final thing I must mention, a secret that often goes unspoken in these circles. When you finally release this person completely, when you stop checking their page, stop asking about them, stop thinking about them, you will often find that they try to come back. This is the test, the hovering. They sense the cord has been cut and they panic. They might reach out with a casual text, a thinking of you message. Do not be deceived. This is not repentance. It is a check to see if they still have access. It is a knock on the door to see if you left it unlocked. Stand firm. The version of you that tolerates less than you deserve is gone. That version died in the fire of this separation. The new you has standards that are non-negotiable. So when that test comes, and it likely will, recognize it for what it is. It is the final exam of this semester. Pass it by maintaining your boundaries. Pass it by choosing your peace over their validation. Pass it by remembering that God did not rescue you from Egypt just to let you walk back into Pharaoh's house because you missed the familiarity of the chains. You are free. Walk in that freedom. Breathe in that freedom. Thank you for spending this time with me. Your time is your most valuable asset, and investing it in your spiritual growth is the best investment you can make. If this message was for you, you know it. Trust that intuition. Until next time, stay strong, stay vigilant, and remember, you were chosen for a time such as this. The world needs your light, unblemished and unburdened. Go and be the person you were created to be. The great departure is your great beginning. Peace be with you. Now consider this deeply. The people who are meant to be in your life will not need to be coerced to stay. They will not require you to dim your light to make them comfortable. They will not make you feel like you are too much or too intense. The right people will look at your light and say, finally, someone who understands. They will look at your intensity and call it passion. They will look at your complex journey and call it wisdom. These are the connections waiting for you on the other side of this goodbye, but to get there, you must traverse the bridge of solitude. Many fear this bridge. They see the fog of the unknown and they run back to the shore of the familiar, even if that shore is toxic. You must be brave enough to walk into the fog. The fog is just the cloud of transformation. Inside that cloud, you are being rewritten. Your DNA is acknowledging a new reality. Your nervous system is detaching from the fight or flight mode that this toxic relationship kept you in. Think about the physical symptoms you might have been ignoring, the headaches, the stomach issues, the tension in your shoulders. These were somatic markers of the envy touching you. Your body was keeping the score. As you distance yourself, watch how your body heals. Watch how your skin clears. Watch how your energy levels stabilize. This is not a coincidence. It is the physical manifestation of a spiritual detox. I want you to be observant in the coming days. Watch for the replacements. God often sends a temporary comforter or a new guide right after a removal. It might be a stranger who says the exact right thing. It might be a new book that falls into your lap. It might be a new opportunity at work. Be open to these glimmers. They are the breadcrumbs leading you to your new banquet. And speaking of banquets, Psalm 23 says, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies." This is a profound scripture for this specific situation. Notice it does not say God removes the enemies before he feeds you. It says he prepares the table in their presence. This means you do not need the envious person to disappear from the earth for you to be blessed. You just need to be focused on the table, not the enemy. Let them watch. Let them see you eat. Let them see you thrive. Your prosperity is the best response to their envy. You do not need to vindicate yourself. Your fruit will speak for itself. When you focus on the table, on the blessings, the growth, the new connections, you align with the frequency of abundance. When you focus on the enemy, on their betrayal, their lies, their departure, you align with the frequency of lack. Choose your focus. It is the remote control of your reality. I know some of you are worried about the reputation damage. You fear what this person is saying about you behind your back. You fear the smear campaign. This is a valid fear, but let me give you a spiritual perspective on it. A lie travels halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. But the truth always catches up. Those who believe the lies about you were never truly for you. The smear campaign is actually a filtering mechanism. It filters out the people who do not have the discernment to see your true character. Let them go. Let the fake friends believe the fake stories. You are being refined. The people who remain, the ones who say, "That doesn't sound like the person I know," those are your true tribe. Keep them close. This is a comprehensive cleansing. It is touching every area of your life. Your social circle, your digital footprint, your mental health, your physical body. It is intense, yes, but you are built for this. You are a chosen one. You have the spiritual stamina to endure the pruning because you know the harvest is worth it. So as you step away from this video and back into your day, do it with your head held high. Do not walk like a victim, walk like a victor. Walk like someone who has just been handed a get-out-of-jail-free card, because that is exactly what has happened. The chains have fallen off. The cell door is open. The guard is asleep. Walk out. Do not look at the photo. Do not look at the old messages. Do not drive past their house. Look at the horizon. The sun is rising on your life in a way it hasn't in years. Can you feel the warmth? That is the love of God, unfiltered, unblocked, shining directly on you. Receive it, claim it, live it. You are ready. The preparation is done. The test is over. The lesson is learned. Now the graduation begins. Welcome to the next level of your life. It is going to be beautiful. It is going to be peaceful. And most importantly, it is going to be yours. This energy of envy that was threatening to touch your photo has been identified and neutralized by this knowledge. Knowledge is power. Wisdom is protection. You now possess both. Use them. Stay blessed, chosen one. Your journey is far from over. In fact, the best part is just beginning. As we linger in these final moments of connection, let's reinforce the shield around you. Visualize a sphere of golden light surrounding your entire being. This light is impenetrable to low vibrations. It reflects envy back to its sender, transformed into neutral energy. Nothing can touch you without your permission. You are sovereign over your own energy field. Take this visualization with you. Use it when you enter crowded rooms. Use it when you log on to social media. Use it when you feel that sudden wave of inexplicable emotion. It is your spiritual armor. You have the tools. You have the understanding. You have the divine support. There is nothing missing. You are fully equipped for this transition. Go in peace and let your life be the evidence of God's grace. The world is watching, not with envy, but with anticipation of what you will become next. Surprise them. Surprise yourself. The great departure is done. The new arrival is here, and it is you, fully stepped into your power. Goodbye to the old. Hello to the true you. Now, as you stand in this new light, there is a subtle trap we must address before you click away. It is the trap of the familiar void. When you successfully remove a toxic presence or an envious spirit from your life, a vacuum is created. For years, your nervous system may have been wired to respond to their drama, their subtle jabs, and the constant need to defend yourself. Suddenly, that stimulus is gone. The silence that follows can feel unsettling. It might even feel like boredom. Do not mistake peace for boredom. This is the attention you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.